we were hit
Sleepless
by
nights,
Nipah
sleepless in
virus
Washington.
last year. And it was one of the first cases where a student from Wuhan reached Thrissur. That was when Kerala first had its COVID-19 patient. She was treated in Thrissur Medical College, and she was cured. And then we had a lull, and then a patient came from Italy, and he contracted his immediate family members in the district of Pathanamthitta, which is in central Kerala. The success story there is that the most aged couple, they were cured at Kottayam Medical College, and which is like a world history, so to speak, because I think they are the oldest couple who are cured of corona, and every newspaper celebrated their comeback into life. Now we are preparing for the arrival of our diaspora as well as from outside India and within the country. So the government is all set to receive them. Quarantine facilities have all in place. So to answer Mr. Sudhir, how we handled it. Point one, the literacy did help Kerala a lot. Point two, Kerala's exposure to a lot of global SOPs, because we have generations of paramedical staff, doctors who have worked in Europe or worked across the world. And any corner of the world you go, you find a Malayali paramedic or a doctor. So when they come back, when they return to the home state, either in a reverse brain drain or during their visits to the native place, they do share their experience with the peer group. So a process, a concept of a process to handle a crisis always existed in Kerala. Here we should say hats off to the way the primary health centers function here. The network of primary health centers and the chain of health service, starting from ASHA workers who identified each probable patient, each vulnerable case, and the direct reporting up to the health minister and to the chief minister. So the pivotal control was with the chief minister. Every day he briefs media. I think he should be contesting for the Guinness record for the politician who have had most of the airtime in the last 60 days. So every day at 5 o'clock, he must be 74, 75, 73, 75. Mr. Pinarayi Vijayan, he was the CPM secretary and a very no-nonsense leader, so to speak, a tough leader. But then he and the health minister, Shailaja, she was the teacher, and yesterday she was featured in The Guardian. So they could galvanize the whole gamut of government machinery. So, I have been living in Kerala most of my life, and I have never seen so much of crowd control without a lathi in the hands of police. Police is everywhere, on the road, barricades, everybody is stopped. And without a lathi, they have managed this. And the fire force, each of the government institutions took up a task. The fire force delivering medicine. The other day, a close friend of mine, he has worked with us, Shankar knows, he was a design assistant to Venkatachalam. His son wanted a medicine, an autistic child he is. And his father had passed away and he was in Palgad, a village in Palgad. He called up the fire force because somebody had forwarded a WhatsApp to him. So within minutes he gets a call, and takes down the medicine name, etc. They have sourced the medicine, and by 2 o'clock, 2 firemen on a motorcycle rides to this Kalpati village, hands over the medicine, and doctors among you know how difficult it is to get a medicine which is, a quote unquote to be given to a child with certain, special advantages. So they took a photograph of the child taken, and this is not one case. There are many cases. We have featured many such good stories. To speak about the surgeries that were postponed, we did a heart transplant surgery. A teacher who passed away, she gave life to 6 people. Her heart came from Trivandrum to Cochin using the government air ambulance. They created green corridor. The heart reached in time, and her other organs went to 5 other people. So we were not just doing surgeries. I'm very sure some surgeries were postponed, though I don't have the stats with me. I'm very sure it happened. But then we did undertake, we in the sense, I'm very proud of saying this in plural because, each of us has played a role in this thing from media.